This video explains how to fill in the list of expenditure, the forecast, and the flow of information between lead partners, and their first-level controllers. The user enters the eMS system at https://ems.nweurope.eu. Project partners spend according to the application form and report their costs directly in the eMS in the list of expenditures. The eMS automatically aggregates the claimed amounts and creates a list of expenditures. It transfers the financial reports from the partners to their first-level controllers and then to the lead partner. The lead partner, along with their first-level controller, endorses the amounts and transfers the report to the Joint Secretariat. The eMS also warns the user if a mistake is detected by displaying an orange warning. It blocks the user when necessary with a red warning. Submission is only possible once mistakes are corrected. To report expenditure, the user logs into the eMS and navigates to the project. The user selects the report of the relevant reporting period and clicks the tab List of Expenditure. Once in the List of Expenditure tab, the user can add expenditure by clicking on the Add Real Cost button. Please note that each invoice is allocated to one budget line and must be attributed to one work package only. The 6 budget lines in the list of expenditure are staff costs, travel and accommodation, external expertise and services, equipment, infrastructure and works, net revenue. Once the Add Real Cost button is clicked, the user can fill in the details of each cost item. They must first choose a budget line and attribute the cost to a work package. Then they fill in information about the invoice. In addition, a payment date and the full invoice amount in the original currency must be indicated. Next, the VAT amount is entered. Finally, the user specifies the amount eligible for this invoice. The currency in which the cost was incurred must be specified. Please note that the eMS automatically applies the exchange rate for foreign currencies and inserts the amount in euro. Claiming in a currency other than euros doesn't happen very often. For it to be the case, the bookkeeping of the organisation must be in another currency and the expenditure must be incurred in a currency other than euros. The user must provide a description of each expenditure item. For staff costs, the applied method for staff costs calculation, as well as the role of the staff member in the project and any other relevant information, must be indicated. For travel and accommodation, an invoice number and date, a payment date, as well as a clear description of the person travelling and the name of the relevant meeting must be listed. For external expertise and services, a clear description of the cost item must be provided. Should the cost relate to a public procurement above EU thresholds, this should also be indicated in the expenditure line by selecting the relevant contract from the Procurement drop-down menu. Before filling in the list of expenditure, public procurements above EU thresholds must be first listed under Supplementary Information in the tab Procurements above EU thresholds. Once the information is saved there, users are able to access the Procurement drop-down menu in the list of expenditure reporting and select it as needed. It is very important to report on procurements above thresholds correctly. Once all the necessary information is entered, the user presses Save. All cost items which are entered are then listed in the list of expenditure. The user can add as many cost items as necessary by clicking on the Add Real Cost button. Office and administration is calculated automatically based on the staff costs entered. These appear in the list of expenditure automatically. Users are asked not to charge office and administrative costs such as telephone bills, bank transfer fees, and office supplies under other budget lines. These are all already covered by the 15% flat rate. Important points to remember. In the list of expenditure, one line corresponds to one invoice, and each invoice can only be declared once. This means that the staff costs must be declared per month and not be aggregated or split across work packages. When reporting investments expenditure, costs must be attributed to all relevant budget lines. Claims must be made in accordance with the application form. Only eligible expenditure must be reported. This means costs that are incurred, paid within the eligibility period and justified by supporting documents. As part of the expenditure reporting, all partners must also provide a forecast of expenditure for the next reporting period. To do this, the user navigates to the Forecast and Contribution tab, and then enters the expected expenditure with a description. On the same page, the user fills in the partner contribution to the reported expenditure, allocating each amount to the specific source. The user must ensure that the total contribution entered matches the target partner contribution value. The user should not forget to periodically save its work on the eMS so that entered data is not lost. Once all cost items are entered, the saved report can be checked and then submitted to the first level controller. When the first level controller has completed its work and certified the claim for the reporting period, the list of expenditure is locked and is no longer editable by the partner. The status of the expenditure items is indicated by the colour code, as seen on this screen. During the reporting exercise, information in the eMS flows from each partner to its first level controller, to the lead partner and its first level controller, and then to the joint secretariat. More specifically, partners submit their claims to their first level controller. Once the claim is certified, the first level controller transmits this information along with the necessary reporting documents to the lead partner. The first level controller of the lead partner conducts a quality control and answers the corresponding questions in the checklist. The documents for doing this quality control need to be forwarded from the lead partner to the first level controller. The progress report is then transferred to the joint secretariat by the lead partner. During the assessment of the submitted report, the joint secretariat may need to revert the claim of a partner and ask for corrections. In this case, the joint secretariat reverts the list of expenditure to the lead partner, who must then revert it to the relevant partner's first level controller. The first level controller would then need to untick the Verified by FLC tick box so the partner can correct the expenditure item. Breaking the chain of information on the eMS results in the list of expenditure remaining locked and not being editable on the system. This is why the list of expenditure in a first step needs to be reverted to the first level controller. For more information on the first level controllers and their work in the eMS, please consult the relevant video and guidance found on our website. For more information, please visit our website at nweurope.eu.